Hey everyone, it's been a long time. I've been extremely busy lately with school, university stuff, but today I want to bring you an unboxing video of the Microsoft Xbox One controller and the Razer Deathadder Elite. I wasn't originally going to shoot this video, but seeing how I haven't been uploading anything too gaming related. I mean, I did a review of my extremely expensive earphones and of course the Alienware 70R3, but at its core, this channel is still a gaming channel. I mean, I've got gaming in the name of the channel, so I figured, what the hell, let's just do this. Firstly, I just want to look around the boxes. Let's start with the controller. As you can see, it's a wireless controller. I didn't get a wireless receiver, even though I know you can get the receiver and the controller for a lower price than getting them individually, but I just don't care about wireless anything, really. Plus the receiver looked a bit too bulky, and I definitely want to still be able to use my other peripherals as I use the controller, so I passed on the receiver. Now I'm just going to keep showing you the box. Nothing too special really, but since this is actually my first controller, I am curious about what the box can tell me. I don't have any PlayStations or Xbox or Wii, so I never had a controller, especially a controller that I can play PC games with. Now moving on to the mouse, this is the Razer Deathadder Elite. I have two other Razer mice, the Legacies which I actually started this channel with, and the Type-In. It looks like they've changed up the box design a little bit. Now you only have the new Razer logo on the side, a pull tab at the top, and some descriptions about the product. I believe they are using a different sensor from what I've used before. You have Razer's own mechanical switches and stuff. Let's open up the box on the left, the Xbox One controller. And here it is, the controller itself. I actually got this for cheap because this is a second-hand controller. I don't even know what these buttons are called, but at least they feel quite robust. Joysticks are quite smooth and the grip is also pretty okay. There are apparently 4 shoulder buttons which I had no idea about. At the back you have the battery slots for 2 AA batteries, which I'm not going to use because I plan on using a USB cable to connect the controller to my Alienware, so I don't need batteries in this thing. At the top there is a micro USB port which, like I've mentioned before, will allow me to connect the controller to my PC. At the bottom there is an expansion port and a 3.5mm audio jack. Now I know most of you probably already know this controller inside out, but this is a first for me. I never used a controller for PC games before, but now I can use it to play Rebirth, Battle Block Theater, Resident Evil, things of that nature. Next, of course, we have the Deathadder Elite. I've already shown you the box, so let's just cut this open. I've never seen a pull tab in Razer's packaging before. Then again, last time I bought anything Razer was probably 2012 or 13. What does the pull tab even do? Not much apparently. Alright, yeah. Looks like I didn't get everything out of the box. Documentations. Congratulations! There's no turning back. It looks different from the old green and black paper. Pretty sure it mentioned something about Cult of Razer in the past. Well, at least it's not signed by Razer Guide now. For gamers by gamers. That's why we have RGB on all our products now. You can't have gaming products without gaudy RGB lightings these days. Then again, I am obsessed with RGB lightings, so RIP. Maximize your Razer advantage with Razer Synapse. I remember that. The Legacies had it, but it wasn't synced through the cloud. It's just stored on the Synapse memory on the mouse itself. Very interesting, yep. Oh, now this is interesting. Fuck, even the stickers are RGB, what happened? They used to be black and green, and white. And finally, we have the mouse, just kidding, still need to get it out. I have to say, Razer always delivers a good unboxing experience. Here it is, the Razer Deathadder Elite.
Oh look, Japanese words, haha.
I know it's Chinese. It reads Inferno Viper Elite Edition. Wow, interesting. So looking at the mouse, it still, well, looks like a Razer mouse. Clicky, crispy buttons, scroll wheel with pretty good feedback, 2 more buttons below the scroll wheel. I usually map one of these as double click. Big thumb buttons and rubber grip on both sides, seems softer than the Typing. So how does the grip feel? I'm sort of in between claw and palm, and while I've watched Rocket Jump Ninja's review on this mouse, I still feel this is a good grip for me. My hands are also around 18cm long and 9cm wide, same as Rocket Jump Ninja. Attached to the mouse is of course the cable, and it is way softer than the previous ones. And the USB plug is protected by some surprisingly tough to remove cap. Oh my god, there we go. It looks like they've changed the USB plug too. Now it's got the Razer green to it. Quick comparison with the USB connector on previous Razer mice. We can see the old one doesn't have the Razer green, but it is gold plated. They also have different Razer logo, and the new one is shorter in comparison. Here's the moment of truth. What does the DA look like when plugged in? Fabulous. Just like my blinking Ducky Shine 3, or my Alienware, or the IKEA light in the background. Here's an RGB comparison for you. I've set the same colors on the DA and the likenesses, though I can't get them to shine the same pattern. Looking in real life, I have to say the colors on the DA are more true to what I chose in Windows, but the likenesses is not that far off. You also have the option to increase or decrease the RGB intensity on the DA, and of course me being a big fan of RGB, I went for the brightest settings. Goes well with my RGB everything. Since the Typing only does green, I've set the others to also show green light. The light on the DA is nice and even, while on the Typing the logo light doesn't seem to be darkly shining on the logo, thus giving off a gradient rather than a solid light. The scroll wheel light is also kinda weak. And the likenesses shows Razer green just fine, just like the DA. But once again, you can set how bright the light should be on the DA, so that's an improvement. Here's a look at the scroll wheel that you are normally unable to see. Still kinda wish I didn't break this mouse. Adding the MX Master to the mix, you can see the DA is longer than the Typing and the MX Master, but the likenesses is just a tad bit longer. Width-wise, the MX Master is absolutely the king, thanks to his thumb button. Shape-wise, the DA and the Typing are both pretty traditional. The likenesses has a V shape, and the MX Master has got its own weird right-hand thing going on. The DA is the tallest out of all 3 Razers, and the difference is perceivable in hand. But wait for the MX Master, it is just oh so edgy and tall. If you like palm grip, the MX Master is absolutely unbeatable. So what does the DA feel like in hand? With my 18cm long and 9cm wide hand, I can say the palm grip, claw grip and the fingertip grip are all comfortable. Though I wish Razer didn't smooth off the right side of the mouse, because that makes lifting the mouse up a slight difficulty, which I never experienced on my other mice. Moving on to the Typing, it is a small mouse but all grips are comfortable with it. However, the thumb buttons are small and not clearly separated, and the rubber grips feel worse compared to the DA. At least the middle buttons are easy to reach. Next, for the likenesses. Claw and fingertip grips are fine, but personally, I don't think palm is a good fit for me because my fingers don't feel comfortable sitting flush against the finger curvature. Buttons-wise, they aren't as tactile as the DA or the Typing. It feels more muted compared to the clicky feeling on my other mice. Lastly, for the non-gaming MX Master, it has the best ergonomics out of the 4. All gripping styles are fine, but palm grip really stands out because of how tall this mouse is. It just fits my hand so nicely. Scroll wheel is also the best, but I wish the thumb buttons were a bit more forward. Anyway, this video isn't really a mouse review. I might do it in the future as I gain more experience with it. So to close out the video, this is me playing some games with the Xbox One controller and the Deathadder Elite. I don't have much experience with the controller yet, but some games work very naturally for me. Playing Rebirth with the controller didn't take much practice, though admittedly I kept confusing the shoulder buttons. Battle Block Theater is 10 times more enjoyable with the controller. while Borderlands 2 was just horrible for me. So I think I would use the controller for anything but FPS, though most of the games I play are FPS. So onto the Deathadder Elite. I tried a lot of Borderlands 2 and a little bit of Killing Floor 2, and I am happy to say that this mouse is performing very well. It tracks very nicely on lower and high DPI with my Razer Scarab. While I do think lifting the mouse feels slippery, everything else is just very enjoyable with it. I also use it to replace my daily driver, the MX Master. I set the two middle buttons as double click and window switching respectively because I do use those functions a lot on the MX Master. But the one thing that the DA is unable to provide is the thumb scroll wheel. I miss that when I'm browsing the web or editing this video as I speak. But other than that, no major complaints about this mouse. So that's it for this unboxing and first impression video on the Microsoft Xbox One controller and the Razer Deathadder Elite. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, take care and game on.